We're back, guys. This time we're gonna show you how to brown beef.
If you guys don't know what beef is, it's actually a cow that is dead.
Dead. Yeah. If it's moving, that's probably a problem.
First step is to make sure that's not moving.
Yep. And this stuff, I think it's pretty dead. What about you? It says Jerome Country Market. If you want to get this kind of beef, you can get it at 8985 East Chicago Road, Jerome, Michigan. That's where you get this stuff. What we're gonna do now is cut open the beef, and I would recommend doing it over. Well, it would help if you had sharp scissors. That really helps things out a lot. I would recommend opening it over the pot because sometimes the juices come oozing out. Oh, just look at that. Do you see that? Look at that come oozing out of there. Can't wait to taste this. But I would not recommend tasting it in its current state. That might make you like the meat. Dead. Thank you. Okay. So once you get some meat in there, you can turn it on. Follow the instructions. You just probably twist left and let it light, and then turn it on. And then we're going to just do the same thing. You want to do this one?
I will.
You can learn different
You want to
techniques.
catch it right underneath that part. Give a little bit of a snip. Yep.
If there's two of you doing this, then while the other one is dumping the stuff in the pan, I would recommend the other one of you get out like some kind of wooden device that you can stir the beef with. Another thing that not everybody has, but we are lucky to have, this is especially for browning your beef and grinding it up. See how this is? That way you can just stompy and get it all cut up into little pieces. Now what also I would recommend doing is getting some water to put in here. Can you get some water, please? You don't need too much, just enough to kind of cover the bottom.
Yep. This water also has a little bit of lemon in it.
Oh, it does? Because that really helps.
That really helps.
That really helps. So, you don't need too much, just enough. And then what is really helpful is to put the lid on, just like that. And what you'll see start to happen, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's starting to steam up in there, and the steam is what really starts to cook it, and it's really helpful.
Wow.
So now we just, this is the hardest part, we watch it. I think that's good. Now let's stir it a little bit. Because what we don't want is it to burn. And if you can see down in here, I don't know if you can see that or not. Well, that's really red. You can see some of the beef starting to already get brown. That's why we call it browning the beef. It's looking great. Really good. We're just gonna pop that lid right back on there. That's getting hot. Just a little bit. I think we can stir it some more now. You want to give it a stir this time?
Nope.
Well,
But I will. Because that's what cooks do. They sacrifice. They make sacrifices.
yep.
For you colorblind people, this might be a little more difficult to see that's turning brown. So you have to deal with it.
Yep, just deal with it. Or there's this new kind of surgery you can get that costs about I think it's about $3 billion. And not too much, but you just
if you're a serious cooker.
Yeah, if you're a serious cooker. You just, these lasers come and like zoom on your eye kind of thing, and that just really, it makes you see colors again. The only reason Steven hasn't done that yet is because he's not really a serious cooker, he's just a cooker. If it's not cooking too fast, you can always turn up the heat just a bit.
It's starting to turn a little bit green here. Making its way to purple.
AKA brown, for those of us that see color. And what this exercise really builds up the muscles here, and here, and right there.
Because you're
right
smiling
there.
so much.
Yep.
This is a happy thing.
This is a great thing.
Make sure you don't scoot it off the stove.
Because then it will go on your feet.
Maybe.
And you'll probably have to
That's
go to the
not
hospital.
How you eat food.
Let's just readjust this so that we can both be in here, because you want to see both of our heavenly faces. There we go. We're a little bit crooked, aren't we? There we go. Can you really see those muscles right there developing? Great. They're really great. Now we have to be careful. We don't want to stir it too much because then it like mushes it and you have mushed beef instead of browned beef, which is not really what we want. So we're just going to put that right back on there. And you know, it's really helpful to know what you're grounding the beef for. We're doing it for lasagna, which is, I don't know if you know what lasagna is. I'll just tell you a little bit about the history of lasagna. Lasagna, it's spelled L-A-S-A-G-N-A. Some people sometimes mistake it as lasagna, but that's how the untrained and unlearned people do it. But here you can see it. That's how it comes in the box. And this is the type of noodle. It's just a lasagna noodle. And these are a special kind because they're enriched macaroni product. Do you know what that means?
That's for those people who are allergic to the normal lasagna. Enriched macaroni means that it's got more Italian product. It's not from China. It's imported directly from Italy. Really, it goes through the digestive system much smoother. It's a more pleasant experience when you're eating it. It's more chewable and it doesn't break apart when you're cooking it. So that's why we use this particular type of lasagna.
So now that you know about the history of lasagna noodle, we're gonna go back to the beef and take the lid off, and it's really starting to bubble, which is really thumbs up quality deserving. We're just gonna keep stirring it around because remember, we don't want any of it to burn. And wow, this handle is really hot, which is such a great thing because it means that the pot is hot. And this is just...
That's science, guys.
Science, okay. Hot. Now there's so much liquid down here, what you can do is just, if you leave the lid off, the liquid will start to evaporate. That's what steam is. I don't know if you knew that or not, but steam is the liquid turning into gas.
Yep. Who knew there's so much science involved in cooking?
It's fascinating. It's fantascinating.
It's frabjous, guys.
Frabjous. Okay. So just keep stirring it up, and there's only Wow, that is really, that's a great temperature. That's a great temperature. I might just hold it with this instead, because that just really helps. Okay, and we're just gonna give it some stirs. There's only a little bit of pinkish meat left. Can you see that? I think you're lying to me. And look at that. It's getting really close. The next step is put the lid back on. So, yeah, we're getting close. We're going to, after this, take the lid off. In about right now. Do you have anything to add?
Absolutely not.
Okay. And I think that we're just gonna let it go for maybe about a minute longer, maybe. We just really want to make sure that we aren't feeding anybody any raw beef. Because as we already found out, you know, it's dead cow, and
They'll get salmonella.
They'll get salmonella. Isn't it salmon? Whatever. We don't want them to die. Like the cow. Although if you do happen to feed somebody raw beef and they die, I do have some recipes for you. That might be tasty.
What?
So just stir, stir, stir. And I don't know if you can really see that just the muscles right here really started to develop because of all this stirring. Can you see it?
Yep. I can see it developing, for sure.
And I think that this is about done. So we'll just put this lid on and turn it off while we find the strainer. Now, there are many different kinds of strainers. My preference, however, is a white or silver one, like these. And I mean, it really just depends on how big your beef is, because sometimes the beef pieces can fall through the holes. So you'll want to make sure that your holes aren't too big. So I think I'll go with this one, and if you want to grab the camera, we'll take them over to the sink. Show them how you go about straining. You also wanna, I left this sink a little bit of mess so that I could show you what you don't want over on this side of the sink, because the beef will probably sort of touch that, so it's gonna rinse. You wanna make sure you rinse whatever is in the sink down the drain, just like that. Yeah. So we're gonna set this right here, just like this, over the whole opening.
It's a little bit awkward, huh?
And then we're gonna bring the beef over. See, here it is in the pot, and we're just making a nice little trek over here to the sink. I hope this all will fit in this pot. Look at all that. Oh, that little spillage over on the side, but that's fine. You make your, wow, that is a lot of steam. Make yourself extra hot. Oh, wow. That is really just such a great temperature for the cooking. Okay. And you're gonna set the pot off to the side. Are we getting this good action? Okay. And then we're going to rinse off the beef. We don't want any grease.
It's shrinking a little bit. That's because of science.
Yep.
As the hot air is released from the meat, it shrinks.
And if you want to watch the water that's coming out of it, lower it down a little bit. We want the water to come out clean and pure looking. And I think this is just about done. So we're gonna take this and just really give it a good shake. Get all the extra liquid out. One way you can do this is, a lot of people make the mistake of just pushing down really fast. But actually what really helps is pulling up, because that gets gravity to work and pulls the water out of it. Just be careful that you don't like go so hard up that you spill it out, because that's not fun to have beef on your head. That's not where it's supposed to be. Unless, of course, you're using one of my recipes that I told you about earlier. Then we'll just dump this back in the pot, and now it's ready to be used however it's going to be used. And that's the end of this episode. Have a great day!